Now, it's been 1 year since billionaire Elon Musk walked into Twitter's San Francisco headquarters with a white bathroom sink and a grin, fired its CEO and other top executives, and began transforming the social media platform. The platform, now known as X, looks and feels something like Twitter, but it's not. To recap what has come and gone in 1 year under Musk, we're joined by our media expert, Mohit Rajans. Mohit, what would you say is the biggest change to the platform this year?
You know, Matt, I do believe that this has been one of the biggest, colossal downfalls of a tech company that we've seen in the world of social media ever. To pay $44 billion dollars for this entity that at the time really still had a lot of promise and had the versatility to be used around the world without all of the glitches that the Metas were feeling, the Googles were feeling, the Amazons were feeling, and not use it to its potential has been the biggest story here. Elon Musk entered into a $44 billion purchase of a company that he thought would be on the brink of something very interesting and new that he'd be able to utilize and push through to the next level. And unfortunately, none of that has come through, whether it came down to the original purchase going through in October, right down to the rebranding in July. Where we see this company, X/Twitter now, is unfortunately not one that is making a lot of money in revenue. It is not finding a voice within a different community, and it's become problematic when it comes down to moderation, or continues to be problematic when it comes down to moderation. If you can't moderate the fake content and the fake news that's on Twitter, you're not going to have advertisers. If you can't prove out that people's voices aren't being censored, you're not going to have people engaged. I think we're seeing the demise of one of the biggest social media companies in our time.
We've also seen a lot of threats to leave Twitter/X over the last year. Has anything materialized that was able to successfully replicate the experience and poach users?
Well, I think a lot of the conversation ended up being, where do these communities go? I think social media has done this wonderful job of being able to show people that, yes, you can assemble communities online based on like-mindedness and based on what your needs and wants are. Unfortunately, Twitter/X was not able to actually migrate their audience into the newer version of the platform. And so when Threads came along and other competition came along, they didn't really necessarily go after the X/Twitter audience immediately. They tried to go after building communities. The disconnect was that Twitter's been doing it for years, decades, right? And so what people were trying to do overnight as a result of creating competition for Twitter, or pull the audience away, or even try to create other things that we were familiar with, the truth is nobody was going to be able to do it with the result of just starting an app or just starting a new project. It would take some time. And right now, the one thing that Twitter had going for it was the fact that they built this loyalty for such a long time. And with its X rebranding, we're seeing users really drop off the platform. The question is, where are they going?
Our viewers can find you and more of your insights at thinkstart.ca. Thanks so much for joining us, as always, Mohit.
Thank you, Matt.